Hi Professor, myself Vishwanath. In this video, I'll be demonstrating my end-to-end backend development and CI/CD pipeline setup. Now I will walk you through the whole point structure, the tools and the technologies that I have used. I have used the Jenkins pipeline, Docker deployment, and finally the API verification using Swagger and H2. So let me begin with a quick overview of my project structure, as you could see here. So this is the standard Spring Boot application that I have built using Java 17 and Maven. It follows a clean layered architecture. As you could see under src main Java folder, we have four packages. One is controller layer, service layer, model layer, and repository layer. Coming to the controller layer, this layer contains my REST endpoints, including the task controller. It exposes all the create, read, update, and delete APIs. And coming to the service layer, it handles the business logic, keeping the controllers lightweight and ensuring the proper separation of concerns. And coming to the repository layer, here it uses the Spring Data JPA to interact with the database, and by extending the JPA repository, we get all the create, read, update, and delete operations without any SQL query manually. And finally, the model layer, it contains the task entity which represents the data stored in the HT memory database. So yeah, that's all about the structure. Now I will show you how to integrate Git with Jenkins. We'll create a pipeline. I name it as SAT753 pipeline. We have to select pipeline item here and then click OK. We have to check this box poll SCM. Then only the build will be triggered automatically for this intervals. And we have to select as pipeline script from SCM. And SCM should be Git. The repository. Here I have created a separate repository for this task. We have to copy this repository and paste it here. The branch should be main here. So yeah, after making all these changes, just click on save. Now we'll go to the GitHub and make a small change to this readme file. I made a small change here. Commit the changes here. Yeah, as you could see here, the build has started automatically without my involvement. So now I will explain about the two important files that I have used in our program. So this is the Docker file. This Docker file is used to containerize the Spring Boot application. So it defines the base image, copies the jar file, and specifies the command to run the application inside a Docker container. And this is the Jenkins file where I have defined all the CI/CD stages. So it automates the entire workflow from pulling the code to deploying it to the staging environment. Yeah, now we'll monitor the console output here. In the stage 1 checkout SCM, the Jenkins pulls the latest code from my GitHub repository. And in the build stage, so the Maven compiles the project and packages it into the jar. Yeah, and in the security scan stage, the application and the dependencies are scanned for any vulnerabilities. And in the deployment to production stage, if everything passes, the container will be deployed to the production. Yeah, as you could see here, the build is completed without any issues. Now I will start my server. Yeah, as you could see here, the server has started. So this ensures that backend is running without any issues. Yeah, this is the application that I have created. Now I will test the data. Let's take this one. So first we will post the data and see whether the system is retrieving it or not. As you could see here, the system has generated ID to this. Now we'll try to retrieve the data from here. Yeah, as expected, the system has retrieved. So this ensures that my threat criteria is working for the application. Now we'll go to the H2 database and see. We'll run a sample query. Yeah, finally in the H2 console, I ran this query. So this data matches with the data that I have created through Swagger. Test task created from Swagger. Test task created from Swagger. So the data matches. So this confirms that API service layer, repository, and database are all working correctly inside the Docker container. So that this confirms that my application is fully automated, containerized, and functioning as expected. So yeah, that's all about it. Thank you.